Hello again, I'm Dr. Ned Trathan at Oakdale Veterinary Group, and here I have Mowgli. He's one of my English Labradors, and we're joined by Natalie, who's interviewing me today to talk about pet hygiene and how we can improve it.
Okay, Dr. Ned, how often should I brush my dog's teeth?
How often do you brush your own teeth?
Every day.
Most people brush their pet's teeth once a month. That really doesn't do much. They go to the groomer cleans them, gives it a quick brush, but to have good health care, you need to brush your dog's teeth at least once a day. If you brush once a month, they're still going to get 29 days of the month where they get plaque and disease forming, so try to make that a daily occurrence.
Okay. And how do I brush my dog's teeth?
Initially, to get them interested in it, you want to find a toothpaste that they like the flavor of. If you go shove some Total or Colgate toothpaste in their mouth that tastes of mint, they may spit it out. You can buy seafood flavored toothpastes now, beef, chicken, vanilla, bubblegum. Initially take the toothpaste, put it on your finger, and if they like the taste of it, then you're onto a winner. If they have no interest, then go find another tube of toothpaste. Once you're at that stage, you can then gently start to rub it onto their teeth with your finger. You can use a soft toothbrush and just gently rub over the outer surfaces of the teeth and fold the lips all the way back and get to these ones. If you're a pro, you can open them out and brush inside, but mostly just focus on the outside of their mouth.
Got it. What is a sanitary haircut and why would my dog need it?
A sanitary haircut, well, that makes me think of Bubby. Bubby is one of my in-laws' dogs. He's a golden retriever, and he's got this beautiful long coat when he goes to the groomer, but if he has diarrhea, if he gets an upset tummy, or if he even just gets in the pool, it gets matted in his hair. So a sanitary haircut is purely one. If we look at the dog down here, the table's a little in the way, but if he had a long coat, we would shave the back of his legs under his tail, so that as he defecates, it's not going to get covered in feces. And you could do the same around his genitals, sometimes around the face. If they have lots of long coats, they can't see, you can trim the hair from the eyes and around the mouth.
Okay. And how do I get my dog used to getting groomed?
Patience, doing a little at a time. Mowgli is a very nervous patient. He never really leaves our side. When we take him to the groomer, we tell them if he's upset, we don't want to force it. We'll still pay the groomer if they can't fully achieve what they need to, so that they still get paid. We just don't want to make it a stressful situation. Lots of treats, short visits. If the groomer's ready with your pet, try not to leave them there for 6 hours. Your pet's going to be happier going home to see you. And the groomer may have lots of other dogs that are noisy or stressed, just like in a vet hospital sometimes. So try to minimize your pet stress. In severe cases, they may need some medication to give help with anxiety that your vet could prescribe.
Okay, and why is it important to have my dog's nails trimmed?
We see several pets come in with damaged nails. With dogs, if they catch a nail when they're running, it can rip really short and then it's hanging off and it's very, very painful. We get that every week. A dog will come in and we'll have to remove the nail to make them comfortable. Occasionally in older pets that aren't digging and running, the nails are so long that they just catch on stuff. In cats, they'll grow in a circle right into the pads and create really painful infections that people don't notice. Why do you trim your nails? It's hygienic and it's going to be awkward to function if you have very long nails.
Okay. Why is it that my dog scoots their butt on the ground?
That's one of the reasons I became a vet, was so that I could help dogs with anal gland issues. I'm joking on that one. It's one of my least favorite areas, but it's a really common problem.
Okay, and Dr. Ned, why is my dog scooting their butt on the ground?
Most likely your dog has an issue with their anal glands. There can be other causes if they've had an upset tummy, GI disease, intestinal parasites, but for the vast majority of dogs, when you see them dragging themselves with their front feet and scooting their butt, it's because they have an impaction of the anal gland. The anal gland is we've got Momo here, as an unwilling volunteer again, just by your dog's anus. One on this side and one on this side is a small sac. It's filled with a liquid that scent marks the feces, similar to a skunk when they lift their tail and spray that scent as a defense mechanism. Dogs have a scent that may have some form of signaling other dogs through their feces. We can remove that gland when there's a problem and it doesn't create any issues, so it may be vestigial and not have a function these days. It certainly creates issues for dogs when the glands fill up. If the liquid becomes thick like toothpaste, it can be hard to express. They can rupture. We can see draining fistulas coming through the skin where it's all infected under the tissue, and it's very painful. Most dogs, we don't go and press on their glands. It's not why I became a vet at vet school, to go check anal glands. There are dogs that have frequent infections and issues that we will schedule for a monthly visit to check on them. Your groomer will usually express them from the outside. If we look down here, they'll squeeze the gland through the skin. At the vet office, the vet will actually put a glove on, put a finger inside the rectum and squeeze right around the gland and get a bit more material out. This helps to check that they're not infected or full and to keep the material down. So on a case-by-case, that would be recommended.
Okay, and when should I take my dog to the professionals for grooming?
Handsome Mr. Mobley with his shiny coat goes once a month. We actually use 2 different groomers in town. One of them, the dogs prefer different people, just like we go to different hairdressers, barbers for our haircuts. Mobley has his favorite. I don't want to endorse anyone on live TV here, so I won't name names, but he goes once a month. If you have a dog with a long coat, you might need to go every 2 or 3 weeks. If you have a ranch dog that lives outside and jumps in the river, like I used to, then I never took him to a groomer because he would go straight in the river as soon as he got home.
Okay, thank you so much for answering our questions
Thanks,
today, Dr.
Natalie.
Ned.